There are some things those who are looking to buy a property really have not figured out. And the normal channel to property purchase would be that you inspect, you verify, you pay, you sign your documents, you become the owner, and it goes like that. The very first two steps are like the most important of all these numerous steps, and when you fail to get it right with the first two steps, the resultant effect might be disastrous. And this is the reason why most people have bought properties that they wouldn't have purchased if they actually took those two first steps very seriously. And these steps are inspection and verification. Two important steps when buying any property: inspection and verification. Now, what is inspection? What should an inspection entail? And what should be the process and the pathway to verification of all of these properties? This is what we'll be looking at today in this video. Now, for as many of our viewers who are looking to buy a property in Lagos, now we have a dedicated listings website where you can just go to and search for properties in Lagos: terraces, duplexes, apartments, semi-detached bungalows. You'll find all this on the website, and some of all these have gone through the phase of due diligence, so you are like a step ahead when you look at these listings. And majority of them are listings you would see on so many realtors and agents profile on Instagram. So we've made things very easy for you. realpathproperties.com, you'll find safe listings for purchase. So I remain Patrick, your Lagos realtor. Welcome to this space where we discuss topical issues that affect real estate in Nigeria. So today we'll be looking at the two most important steps, the two most important action that must be taken in a purchase process when you are about buying real estate, when you're about buying a house in Lagos. So these two steps are: the first, which is an inspection; the second, which is verification. Now, what do we mean by inspection? Inspection is simply seeing the property, assessing and analyzing the property before you make your decision to buy or not to buy. Now, what do you look out for when you go for inspection? First is you inspect the location and the environment. This is the very first thing you do. In fact, once you're taking into the property, the first thing you would start thinking about: oh, do I like this environment? Do I love the inspection? So you need to observe the environment at different times of the day. So why some persons feel you go for inspection once and make your decision? No, inspections needs to be done like 2-3 times before you make your choice, and you go at different times of the day. You can go in the morning, see how the area looks in the morning, see the condition of the house, the location, the environment. You go maybe in the evening, in the night, and see how the environment also looks like. Now, aside that, you need to check proximity to important places like markets, like hospitals, like schools, like leisure centers. You need to scan through the environment for all these amenities and places. You would also need to look. You would also need to inspect the environment to know if it is flood prone. This is one thing most persons don't really take seriously. Like I would always say, the best time to buy a property, or the best time to go for an inspection, or the best time to even rent an apartment is during the rainy season, because during the rainy season you would know areas that are flood prone and areas that will not be affected by flood. So you will need to check all of all this, check the drainage system in the environment. How do they react when there is serious rainfall? These are things you need to look out for when inspecting. So you must take seriously the location and environmental inspection very, very seriously. Another aspect of physical inspection you need to take very, very seriously is inspecting the building conditions. You need to check out the walls, check out the fence. You need to look out for the ceilings, the roof, the POP, and check if you find cracks in any of all these places. Now, for the walls, you need to check if water from the ground affects the wall. There are some houses you buy or you rent, you'll find out that the walls are always wet, most especially around the ground area. This is because probably it was not sandfilled well, or during flood or during rainy season, water from the ground comes up and it affects the foundation. So you need to be very careful. You need to check out all these things. You need to check out for leakages, for poor finishing. You need to check out for weak construction, and you need to check out the doors in the rooms, the windows, and everything. Make sure that everything looks okay and they are well fitted. Now, all of these fittings would make you, all of this search, all of this would give you the confidence you need in buying that particular property. And not just that, you also need to check out for access roads in the area, check out for the security and also the power supply in the area. And this is why we'll tell you that you don't just go for inspection once. You check a property different times, different situations of the day. You can go in the morning to see how the environment looks like. You look for access roads and the rest. At night, you come around to check the sketch of the environment and all those things, because so many persons have bought properties and after 1 year, they are tired of the place because it's not well secured, because the power supply isn't great in the area, and they end up selling a property or just leaving it and looking for something else to buy elsewhere. So this is an important step. Physical inspection is an important step because it gives you the confidence you need in buying a property. Until you see, you should not buy. If you must buy when you're not there, make sure those who help you in making your choices are those who really know what you want and what you like. I've seen situations whereby people buy properties from abroad, and when they come around, they don't like the properties. So they are properties that they wouldn't have bought if they had inspected themselves. So this is why we say physical inspections are very, 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 very important. Now, the second step is also very important. Like, if we give it priority to physical inspection, the second step, which is the verification, should be given double priority, super priority, because this particular step is what will make or mar your property purchase or your investment, because a little mistake right here can make you lose your money. And we have different aspects to this verification. We have the title search, we have the litigation search, and we have some others. I'll remember, I'll let you know. So let's take it from the beginning. Title search. The title search helps us determine what exact title is on that particular property. Now, the safest properties to buy, most especially when you're buying a house, is either a C of O or a governor's consent. A C of O or a governor's consent, because why I say governor's consent is there can be no governor's consent without a C of O. So for a property that has a governor's consent, they have a C of O. So C of O assures you of safety, security, and also it gives you more confidence owning a property, because you know that you own full rights, you own full title to this particular property. So you should not be buying properties or houses that don't have safe titles. You should not be buying such. Now, you must conduct title search to tell what kind of title exists on that properties. I've seen situations whereby we market a property. In fact, last year there was a property that we were showed for over 1.2 billion naira. At the end of the day, the property had no title. So, and this is 1.2 billion naira without the title. Imagine you buying it, at the end of the day, find out that has no title, and God forbid, problems should arise and demolition needs to happen. It simply means you lose everything you own in that place. So you must check, you must confirm that the land, the property you're buying is not built on government lands, by a government acquisition. If not, you will lose your property. Even when you tell it has a C of O, you request a C of O. You request a copy of the C of O, and you send to the surveyor, and it's taken to a land bureau. Then we search to know if this C of O really is a C of O for the land, because there are so many things that can happen when you buy properties. If you're not careful, there's so many things. So this is why we are making this video for you. Now, the second type of search is a litigation search, and this is going to be done by a lawyer. Now, a litigation search helps you determine if there is any encumbrance on the property, if there's any court case on the property. And there are some properties you want to buy, you don't know that two communities are fighting for the property, or it is in court, or maybe the owner has gone to collect loan. Yes, I forgot the name of this particular search. The owner has gone to collect loan for using that particular property as collateral. So you need to check all these things, and this gives you confidence buying your real estate, buying your property, when you find out that okay, you tick all your boxes and you can buy your property. Now, the property market isn't always safe, but for those who are ready to do what is right, you'll find out that it's a very sweet market and a very profitable market. So until you take seriously physical inspection and property verification, you always get into problems buying real estate. And this is why we are making this video for you, even in 2026. Like I would always say, there are three people you need in your buying process. You need your property agent or a realtor, you need your surveyor, and you need a lawyer. These three persons would help you make that wise investment choice. You need these three persons to help you buy your property. The agents would help you look for safe properties in your preferred location. The surveyor would help you determine if there are any issues on the land as it relates to government acquisition and the rest. The lawyer would help you determine litigations and encumbrances that exist on the property. So you cannot do without any of these three individuals. Very, very important. So are you looking to buy properties? Make sure you don't jump any of these steps, because these two particular steps can help you make your wise investment choice, or they can lead you to do. So that is that about that. Now, do not forget, if you're looking to buy safe houses, safe properties, duplexes, terraces, apartments, bungalows in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria, we have a dedicated property website, www.realpathproperties.com. We have our listings that you would love, nice houses with great titles that you'll love. So you can always go through this website to make your choices, and our contact is there. You can always reach out to us on WhatsApp, or you call us, and we'll help you make the purchase of these properties. We take you for inspection and you see the properties for yourself. Also, for those who would want to conduct due diligence on their properties, we can help you do this also. We've got reliable professionals, surveyors, lawyers that can help you conduct all of these. So just reach out to us, and we help you in all of this, and you'll be very, very happy with our services. Your first time seeing this content, like our video, subscribe to our channel. Do not forget, turn on the notification button so that every time we drop a new content on this channel, you'll be the first to see. Until we see you again, stay safe, keep investing in real estate, and be peaceful. Do not forget, inspect, verify. See you some other time.